Connecting the dots, reliving Northwood's history with Carrie Bladorn.
Rib Mountain is 4 miles long and 670 feet tall above the surrounding landscape. Standing proud above the countryside, it was used by Native Americans as a lookout and a landmark. The Ojibwe people called it Opikwanasebe, the first part of the word meaning rib. Before 1900, it was known as Rib Hill, and even though it was noted as Rib Hill on maps, it was locally known as Rib Mountain even before it was officially changed by the Wisconsin Geographic Board in 1943. Some might argue if it's a mountain or not, but National Geographic says the definition is up for interpretation. As Keith Uhlig of the Wausau Daily Herald said, if it were in Colorado, it wouldn't even be a hill, but it's not. It's here in central Wisconsin, so it's a mountain, and that's that. The history of how it became Granite Peak Ski Area goes back to the early 1920s. When the Wausau purchased land atop the mountain, part of the property would become Rib Mountain State Park in 1927. In 1931, a road was completed to the top of the mountain, allowing easier access for visitors to the state park. In 1935, the Civilian Conservation Corps set up a camp in the town of Rib Mountain and was instrumental in developing the state park infrastructure. In 1936, local Chamber of Commerce leader Walter Roll made a case to the Wisconsin Conservation Department that the face of Rib Mountain would make an excellent winter ski area. The Kiwanis continued to be supporters of developing Rib Mountain into a recreation area and raised funds for the purchase of 40 more acres for a ski hill. The CCC then began clearing several ski runs and installed a tow rope. Skiing began in the winter of 1937. A few of the CCC boys that helped clear the runs were the first to try it out. Rib Mountain became one of the first ski areas in North America. It included 6 runs, and its half-mile-long tow rope was powered by a Ford V8 engine. At the time, it was the longest ski lift in the country. In the earliest days of the ski hill, a small shelter house was built. Later, with the help and fundraising of several local civic organizations and manpower from the CCC, a beautiful stone chalet was constructed and opened in 1939, which is still in use today. Today, it also features a historic memorial to the Army's 10th Mountain Division. Many of the troops in the 10th Mountain Division during World War II were from the Wausau area. In the following decade, the ski area expanded its ski runs and added more tow lifts. Regular ski trains from Chicago and Milwaukee helped put the ski area on the map. Night skiing began in 1955 with the installation of floodlights, and early snowmaking equipment was added in 1958, improving skiing conditions and extending the ski seasons in the following decades on Rib Mountain. The ski area was operated through a series of leases from the state, first managed by Wausau businessman Fred Pabst, grandson of Frederick Pabst, founder of the Pabst Brewing Company. He also created the T and J bar lifts put into use, and was later inducted into the U.S. National Ski Hall of Fame. The Marathon County Civic Corporation was developed by the Area Chamber of Commerce, and along with the State Conservation Commission, later the DNR, helped to operate the hill. In 1964, the lease was taken over by Carmelo Oliva and his Rib Mountain Lodge and Ski Corporation. Mr. Oliva oversaw the hill as downhill skiing increased in popularity throughout America. In 1969, Rib Mountain's first chairlift was installed, much to the approval of visitors. Another was added in 1976 as the hill continued to maintain its tow ropes and T-bar lifts. In 1985, after more than 20 years, Carmelo Oliva retired from the hill's operations. Carmelo and his wife Joan then founded Carmelo's Italian Restaurant at the base of the mountain, which is still ran by the Oliva family today. Between 1986 and 1997, local businessman Neil Mix operated the ski hill during tough times for the winter recreation area. In 2000, Charles Skinner Jr., owner of Lutsen Mountain Ski Resort in Minnesota, signed a 30-year lease with the Department of Natural Resources. After many decades as Rib Mountain, the ski area was renamed Granite Peak, with hopes it would turn the page on the challenging financial situation at the hill. Ironically, Rib Mountain is primarily made up of quartz, not granite. The name Granite Peak takes its name from the abundant red granite in the surrounding area. In just a few short years, with new investments, the ski area was expanded and new high-speed chairlifts were installed that could carry up to 6 people, reducing the lift time from 8 minutes down to 3. In the 2005-2006 season, Granite Peak saw 100,000 visitors for the first time in its history. In the following years, Granite Peak has seen tremendous success and excellent skiing, becoming one of the best ski areas in the Midwest. In 2015, the development of a Rib Mountain Master Plan began. Its progress has been featured in the news as of late and includes options for improvements across the whole of the mountain. Time will tell what the future holds on Rib Mountain, but we can be sure that it will include opportunities for outdoor recreation, enjoying nature, and great skiing for years to come. There's still time to hit the slopes this season, where you can ski into history at legendary Granite Peak Ski Area. I'm Kerry Bladorn, and this has been Connecting the Dots on Newswatch 12. Thank you for watching Connecting the Dots on WJFW. If you have any Northwoods history you'd like to see covered on this program, feel free to send me a message on my Facebook page, Kerry Bladorn, Northwoods Historian, or email me at northwoodshistorian@gmail.com.